Okay, so Alli, bear with me. My pop socket fell off my phone last night, and yeah. So, the phone is pinned between this and a bucket right now. So, obviously I told you the other day that one of the things I do to make things go quicker is I have pieces ready cut. Like all of these are cut front pieces that are ready to go, and that makes it quicker. But also, I do this. I'm going to show you a few of these, but I'm not going to be using these pieces. I already have them sewn inside these masks. These obviously aren't done, but already sewn little pieces are in here. But I've started doing all of my little two back panels. Where's my camera? It's over here. Okay. I've been doing all of my little back panels at once. And so if you ever need like a party banner, you know, the like triangles, I know how to do that now. I've got a plan for that. I could maybe make that a little side business, making party banners. So, no pun intended. Of course, it's gonna be a dick. Jack is over there watching Little Baby Bum and singing counting songs. He won't let me sing with him. He gets very mad. Very mad indeed. When I try to sing along. Rude. Okay. Whatever. Okay, so. You're just gonna get to deal with all this silliness. All right, so. I don't press anything. Like the little video I watched that showed me how to do my masks, they're like pressing everything. And I do have a tiny little electric, like just plug it in and set it there, iron. It's like this tall and like that long. It's adorable. But I don't, this bitch doesn't press anything at all. I have pressed a couple items. I just apply a little pressure and push the seam down. I don't care. I don't press the pleats. I just pin them. We got wonky. Which? So. See, we could make party banners. out of our leftover mask scrap pieces, we could sell party banners. So that helps. For me, for my design, I just sew all of these pieces together. You know, oh, I'm doing 9 masks today, so I would have to do 18 of these. Just like zoop, 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 zoop. And then I have this whole pile. It looks like a pile of toilet paper back here full of these. So. And I know I had said I changed or simplified the design on this mask pattern because it had another line of sewing that I don't do. I eliminated it a couple months ago, so I just do 6 lines of sewing on these masks, and it's very quick as long as nothing goes wrong. Which things are kind of going wrong right now because my station is crooked. My station is crooked so that this will stay up. And so I'm sewing crooked because my stuff is off. But that's okay because this mask is for bed. It's fine. I'll just make sure I'm more careful with mine and so it's straight. Get back their strings. Stay. This is the only metal bobbin I have. It's Ben's grandma's. It came with the machine of hers I have sitting back there that's at least from the late 60s. But it doesn't have a cord. And the state of the world right now, I can't buy one for it and it get here in any decent amount of time. Which is why I have Corey's brother. You're a dick. Like, see what I mean? I can normally sew forever and not have this situation unless I'm using black. Black doesn't like me. It pulls out all the time. I think maybe because the black is more rigid and you need to leave more trim, I guess. I don't know. Don't know. Making me waste my string. I hate you. See if we can go straight on this one. The only place I use pinning is for the pleats. Stay. Make sure my string's long enough. doing because it shifted. Bitch. I was pushing over the thing here. And then from 4 months of pleating, I don't measure anything. I have in this bucket back here a little thing I made with 2 pieces of thin cardboard where you can place it under it and then place the other one on it and then fold it. But mostly I just do it by feel and I've been doing this for months. So I folded it back. It's about 1.5 inches. And then I fold it up to my little seam here. I messed it up because I lifted it. I don't lift it at that point, I just fold. This is all you need to know about me. My pens are organized by color. I have another box of pens that came with something I ordered. I think it was my little ribbon foldy things. But the balls are a different size and they're a slightly different color, so they're staying in the box because they don't match. So see, I folded it to like my seam, more or less. And then most of this is just done by feeling from there on. Yeah. Ben's gonna get this shitty mask. He's gonna be like, what the fuck, Amber? I don't like... It's probably because it's crooked slightly. I don't know. Because my seam went crooked on one of these ends and now it's just gonna be a bitch. This will probably be like a 20-minute video and I'll sew another one but be more careful just to show, you know. If something gets crooked, it messes everything up. Get back in there. So after the pleating, there's a step that I skip. I think it was 2 more lines of sewing. I think they sewed down the pleats like in place and then they folded and sewed again. I eliminated that second line of sewing a long time ago. I've got a little, you know, this thing. I don't use it though, but see, there's my pleats. Then I use these quilting clips to smash my little pleats flat and give them a crease on this end. so that I can fold them easier. And then, see this end here? I get it where you can see it. Stay just a second. Okay. So I fold it in a little at like an angle. And crease it down on both sides. It helps with the sewing of this part here. So fold, fold. You end up with like a little over a 1/2 inch. No pins, just hold it. Make sure your string's long enough. The main reason I eliminated that other one, other than the fact that that other second line of sewing just to sew this in place was a waste of time, was because it kept putting, sometimes the lines, there would be 2 lines here after you do that, and sometimes the lines would be even and symmetrical, and sometimes they wouldn't. Sometimes they'd be half overlapped, and it just looked trashy. So I eliminated it, and I was like, I don't need it anyway. I've used various things for this over the months. I was using the corner, this part of this seam ripper, but none of the others is the perfect sort of curve, and I was doing it with this for a while. And then when I bought these quilting clips, I started using those. I used a mascara for a while. I had a mascara with a nice flat smooth top on it, and I used the end of my mascara to crease the ends. You use what you got, right? See, now if we can do the next one without me messing up, you'll get to see just how quickly I can do one of these at this point. You know, at the beginning, obviously, it took a little longer. Done. This one is, yeah, done. This one is Ben's. All of these masks here are for us. They're personal use masks for ourselves. Okay. So, Ben decided he wanted dinosaurs. This is black bandana. It's a little bit thinner, but oddly these cheap bandanas, though you can see through them, when they're not washed, after you wash them, they thicken up. It's the weirdest thing ever. I've been using the cheap bandanas for the back pieces on fabric that can be a little bit thicker sometimes. Mostly on my masks, but in this case, for this stack here, I was just trying to use up all my back pieces because I didn't have these yet. I went and bought some fabric. I was out of it, so I was using what I had. So I cut up all sorts of things. All right. No talking, just sewing. So you can see how fast this goes. Stop fighting me, hands. I decorated 14 cakes today, so I really can't feel my fingers. They're kind of numb from doing cake stuff. It's probably part of why I sewed that other one with a crooked seam too, but there you go. Took 10 minutes. Would have taken, you know, maybe 11 minutes if I hadn't had these done already. That's about it. So yeah, that's what I did. I eliminated a sewing line because they were sewing the pleats in place on this. So there would have been 2 lines right here. See, my OG mask, the one I made first. There's this side, you can see it. So there's 2 lines. One is from sewing the pleats in place, and one is from sewing the pocket for elastic or string or whatever you put in it. And also, pleats are supposed to go pleat side down, and going pleat side down with the way I fold mine, you can very easily, generally with a safety pin, get a cord through it going up this way. But if you were putting them pleat side pointing up and trying to get it through, it would be an absolute pain in the butt because it's grabbing the folded pleats. This one's for Ben, so we're using this cord. I use my fancy soft cord for personal family masks, and I use the other stuff for other people. I have these safety pins with no loop-de-loops on them, and they're great. These are like 2-inch loop-de-loopless finger sewing things. My brain is dead today, it's fine. Safety pin, that's the word, I lost it. It kind of looks like a finger though. But pleats down. It goes right through. Luckily, when I cut all of these, I did not burn myself like you did with your parachute cord. There you go. Ben's dinosaur mask. I think it's got T-Rex on the side, but I don't think you can see his face. Yeah, I think that's the T-Rex over there. He just didn't end up in the front. So he's got this dude, little raptor, in the front. You know. He didn't ask for a specific dinosaur in the front, so he didn't get one. Okay. Now we're going to upload this, see how long it takes.